We just harvested these amaranth greens and they are really nutritious. So I'm going to show you how to cook them. So the first thing you have to do is that you have to remove all the leaves from these branches. So you just leave this thick one out and just keep all the leaves. So you can do it roughly. It doesn't have, the whole idea is that, these thick stems, they are not going to cook that easily. So you want to just leave them out, and they are very fibrous. So they may not taste that great. So I have removed the stems from the amaranth and now it's all leaves and have washed it. I took, 2 potatoes and I have peeled them. There are many different ways of making amaranth. I'm showing you a simple way because I'm cooking in the garden. So, not too many things I have. So I'm just going to cut the potatoes, in thin pieces. First half the potato and then cut slices like this. Okay, all the pieces are cut, and let's go towards our pan. It's hot. I can see the smoke coming out. So I'll put maybe about 2 tablespoons of oil. And here is my spice box. And there's a lot of amaranth and a lot of potatoes. I'm going to put about 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. And they're sizzling, but I want to wait till they puff up. Yeah, they are spluttering. That's good. That's what we want. I'll just turn off the heat. I'll put potatoes in. Just move it. So what we are trying to do, so because the leaves, they get cooked very, very quickly. So the fragrance of cumin seeds. So the leaves get cooked very quickly. Now I'm turning it up again. But potatoes will take time. So you want to kind of saute the potatoes and make them soft and then kind of cook them a little bit brown and then add the leaves, because leaves will get cooked very quickly. Okay, so while that is happening, let's come back here. I'm going to take, a bunch of this. And just chop them as fine as I can. There's no hard and fast rule. They'll get cooked, so it doesn't matter. I just make a big pile of them and just chop them. And by the way, amaranth is really, really nutritious. So, if you can get hold of these greens, you should definitely use them and eat them. Let's come back to our pan. So you can see that the potatoes are getting brown. That's what we want. It probably takes about 7-8 minutes. And that's why you need a little bit more oil. If you put a very little oil, then they'll stick. And I'm using cast iron pan here, because when you cook in cast iron, some traces of iron come into the food, and that's good for you. So, that is my way of adding more iron in my food. Kind of getting golden, that's what we want, because then they'll give a kind of fried potatoes taste, which will be really nice. So now we'll add our spices, because right now we have just put cumin seeds. If you didn't put cumin seeds before, they have to puff up in the oil. So you have to do that before you add anything else. But now we can add rest of the ground spices. So half teaspoon of turmeric powder, half teaspoon of red chili powder. You don't want to use the red chili powder, that's fine. And about 1.5 teaspoon of coriander powder. And you can see that a lot of smoke coming out because these spices, they are getting cooked in the oil. So just mix it, add a little bit of water, otherwise the spices will get burnt. So this is good, and all these spices are really good for you. In Indian cooking, they have incorporated all these spices in your cooking so that you take nutritious food by default. And now I'm just going to add all the leaves, chopped leaves. And it looks like it is too much for this pan, but because these leaves will settle down, so it's not really that much. I'm going to add half teaspoon of salt, and we can leave it as it is. You don't need to turn it around because it will kind of fall off. So I'll just cover it, so then it will cook in its own steam. So it's been a couple of minutes, and I can already see that it is settling down. I'm going to add a little bit of water to make sure that potatoes don't stick to the bottom. A few more minutes have passed. Let's check on them. Yep, they're settling down. Slowly you will see more potatoes and less leaves because the leaves are kind of shrinking. Yeah, now the potatoes have started sticking. So that means, either it doesn't have water, maybe we need to add water. But let's see. Let's pick up one piece of potato, and it's pretty soft. So that means it is ready. And you can see even the greens, they have wilted completely. So now it's done. So I'm going to add about 1/3 teaspoon of garam masala and a big pinch of dried mango powder. Actually 2 pinches, because it's quite a bit. And I'm going to mix it. And there's enough water, so I don't want to put more. I'll just scrape the bottom. And it's almost, it's already done. So you don't need to put more water in it. Basically, you should just dry up most of the water. It shouldn't be like bone dry, but there should be no puddles of water. So I want to taste it a little bit. Perfect. So I'll turn off the heat and I'll take it out in my bowl, and you can eat it with bread, rice, dal, whatever you want. It is packed in nutrients. So our amaranth greens side vegetable is ready. So you put the oil in the pan, you add cumin seeds, and when they puff up, you add chopped potatoes and kind of saute them for probably 10 minutes so that they start to turn golden brown. And then add all the spices, turmeric, red chili powder, coriander powder, and then add the chopped amaranth greens and add salt, and then cover it on low heat. Cook it for probably 15 to 20 minutes, till the time the potatoes are really soft. And then towards the end, add the garam masala and the dried mango powder. Garam masala you want to always add in the end because it is a fragrant spice, and if you cook after adding garam masala, all the fragrance is gone, so you don't want to do that. And then it's ready to serve. So I hope that you learned something new, and I hope if you're growing amaranth greens, then you will try this out. It is really simple to make. If you have any questions, leave me a comment and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And I'll see you next time. Happy gardening and happy cooking. Bye.